astrology video for September 7th. We have Venus gone into Libra, which is a wonderful place for Libra, for Venus. But do you know that, there's a kind of a mild square to Mars still. Mars is going to do the going into Cancer, and it's time for, if anything, it's like radical self-care. People tend to be really ultra sensitive during the Mars and Cancer. It's like a really highly agitating mother or something. And if it's a healthy one, she's keeping everybody away from abuse and from her nerves getting damaged. And I think that this time around, she is a healthy one because of the way that it's trining Saturn, and it's going to be trining Neptune when it goes through its journey. The main, and also see, it's going to oppose Pluto when it gets down into the later degree, which is in October actually. That's when it's truth time. Hard to tell, but it's actually really a potent time. It reminds me, because Pluto makes us get into the down low of what? Well, when you start to pluck away at the truth and start peeling the onions, a lot of people might get sick over it, even though it's the truth and it should be good for you. It actually, of course, the saying goes, the truth will piss you off first before it begins to bring you up and get you healthy. And see, the point that I would make to particularly the fixed signs people, the Taurus, who Uranus is working on them. It's asking for them to look at the things that could jolt them into change, which is the truth. And see, but they don't want to do that. All the fixed signs, includes Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. They are all we're having to actually deal with and it's really within us. It's how stubborn we are, how like fixed and non-movable we try to be in with some areas of our life, I guess. Um, so we'll have to, you look at where Taurus and all the fixed signs, the grand square there, where it falls in your chart. So, but yeah, it asks for us to. It's hard for them to let go of anything, with traditional value, their money, a mind, a mental scape, uh, an addiction, an affiliation that is running the addiction of mind, perhaps, identity, all of that stuff. And why am I mentioning this? Well, with Mars and Cancer square opposing Pluto, it asks us to hit that low. We have to hit the lowest of lows, and that's what we don't appreciate about some people that are running from the shadow work that they need to do and from emotional pitfalls like possibilities because you are just wrong, and hit that low so that you can the saying goes is like the lower you can go, the higher you will be able to embrace, right? And so, God, it took me 3 minutes to make that point. Just as simple as let it go low. Let yourself feel the trenches of looking into the truth. That's just the bottom line, basically. See, I'm making this on September 1st, but I'm going to put it on September 7th. But what I'm talking about is when Mars opposes Pluto here on clear down into well, you turn the page here and it gets to the exact degree is on, well, there it is. It's 3 days in a row it hits 29 degrees and it's square. So that's going to be like a period of looking into the truth with Sun and Scorpio also there. Now let me just look at this. It's around about 10 degrees, which trines my Jupiter, so I'm going to be piping up with some things to talk about. We'll be finishing up with Mercury in Scorpio and heading into Sag, and it's like that's a very... See, we'll have Venus in Sagittarius. It's going to be a very exciting time because of that. Venus is opposing Jupiter, which causes a lot of motion with our finances and our pleasure ability. Um, it just looks like pure, like breaking through as far as the Venetian. See, the feminine side, while this thing with Mars and Pluto opposing, I would say it's safe to say that during the time that Mars is in Cancer, it's a time of purification, even though it's happening for a lot of us already with the Mercury ruled planets aspecting, we are now in Virgo, even on September 1st, heading towards the Librian, which talk about the fall, which is talk about getting low. There's a lot of people that we cannot rely on them for a fucking bead of sweat if it's 120 degrees and we really needed the moisture, because they are not feeling it. None. I mean, it's not a good thing. It's a non-feeling society, and they have no meaning either. And, well, here I am over here in the rurals, where we have trees and birds and bees and stuff, and the sky is there and the sun is shining, and we see the seasons. We know what time it is. It's a beautiful time to start receding. If you ask me, the receding, what does it mean? It means to recede, right? The shaft, or the stalks of your flowers now, that were fruiting are now going to seed, and it's time to, it's kind of doing it already. If you look at it, things are falling apart, but they're actually going back into the ground. It's planting itself. It's getting ready for to be buried underneath. We have to meditate. We have to, go through this period of encapsulating and transforming. So that's kind of just that. Those are the seasons for us. I'm talking about the Capricornian and even Aquarius, and then Pisces, and then when we emerge into a new is when we go into the springtime, which is Aries. And very much, if you want to be any kind of an astrologer, just start observing the seasons around you and figure that's what we're talking about. See, the Taurus people born in May, they are very much about their frou-frou and their fragrances and their quality control. Really, is that flower got the symmetry or not, baby? Is it organic or not? See, yes, and go on, and not very apparent though, if we just look at it that way, because there is an inner world. We will start unfolding all of this subject matter as we go, as generations start to regenerate, say, what really needs to be celebrated as what? Well, it's just ancient knowledge, really, pointing at the things that there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to the truth. And so getting back to the truth, it's hard. Money has been conducting nothing but a lie, rat racing everybody around. And yeah, thank God for that causes all these problems, that now we have a job so we can fucking solve it all. And really, it's disgusting. I don't know. I see it. I'm trying not to see. There's a way that you can psychologically adjust, and it's almost like, well, thank God that that death is our savior. We don't stay here, and we're not subjected to this forever. Because you do have a forever life, and I hope you get in touch with it, because this damn world can fucking shed off. Which I'm here to remind you. I might have said it several times about over the last 300 videos, but I can refine it for us. The world is what happens when when the narcissist is made more relevant than the peace that reality is. See, world is one thing, but reality is another. World is restlessness. It's the sign of the mind that cannot get a grip over itself and would rather not, and just says, "Here, we're having fun." And it's like, yeah, right. You cannot impress somebody who has conquered the mind with anything of the world. Nope. And then so you have the heart who stays still enough to be able to engage and be present and available. Hey, we can play your game of the world, but can you play our game of reality, the truth? The answer is no. See, they say as above, so below, but they don't say as below, so above. Nope. Because, first of all, a lot of times the above, how we rise above and elevate, is that we've dropped and gotten rid of the anchor of a lot of what drags us down, and 100% of it is mentality, just a belief, right? And I'm sitting here wanting to make a breakthrough short message. Well, perhaps I'll put this on more like the second or the first or the third. See, I haven't had a shower in a long while. It's just because I didn't fix up my manual. I have to get some containers. Anyway, I'm tired of being alone here and talking about this. There's got to be somebody that hears me, and um, I guess it's just me, really. I need to thank God for editing. I'm not going to put that part because I know I have to do a lot of stuff alone here, and I will. Okay, I will. Thank you. Um, I just failed myself not doing it when I had money when I could have, and because right now, I mean, it's the truth. There's so many different ways to heat your water other than doing it by gas and the way. Oh God, there's so many different ways to live. Besides for what money has us fucking fiddle fucking with. And it's almost like, well, what else are you gonna do, Shauna? Well, you know what? I would rather be peaceful. I'd rather cultivate enough peace to where it feels good. It's not such the runaround. I am not impressed with the world. Sorry. It's come up here. It's kind of like just this overlay of shit. It's like pulsating. It's like, ugh, how fucking weird this is. I would love to communicate to you guys more about my life. And, at the very, see, I know what I'm listening to. I've stayed still enough. I'm looking at this, and um, it's at the, it's coming with that I might have to move. It's like, okay, Shauna, but see, it has to be just me. It's too late to find somebody, some fucking other narcissist who what? Get in your way. I need to be able to get quiet enough, and this is what demons and all those narcissist people in your life do not like like you to say this. But I want my privacy. I want to be quiet enough so that I can hear my guides to find out what I'm going to do next in my beautiful life, because that's just what time it is. It's time to dream more. I've had a beautiful life, and now it's just time to move into an even more, not more beautiful, but just a different beautiful life. That's all. Have you ever had that? Do you know about cycles that you're going through? Do you know that you close them out and you kind of clear out and you begin to envision? And it's nothing that you're doing like you're forcing it into play. No, you just begin to see it. You're like, oh no, yeah, no, I get it. Okay, it's safe to let go. It's safe to let go because why? I see that I am well taken care of. Why? Because I trust me. I have faith in me. I do good. I've proven to do good, and especially with people and the universe's our relation with each other. It certainly isn't this concocted fucking situationship trapped with each other. That's what hell is. I was beginning to define what hell is. Hell is being in a relationship, trapped in a relationship that you do not want to be in, that you do not like, particularly. You don't like those people. You don't like that person. You don't like that job. That is hell. when you cannot get out that you have to stay in. Yes, it is.